What's going on, everybody? So if you checked out my last video, I know I told you guys I would show you guys Landa, right? A lot of people have been using Landa, but my personal favorite so far, my platform of choice so far is ARC7, right? Hopefully they can grow that into a phenomenal platform. Um, and one of the main reasons why I like that platform, not to take away from Landa, is the fact that they have a website. Right now you're looking at the app. This is the Landa app, all right? And I believe that's the only way you can actually use this platform. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, leave feedback in the comments. All right, so let's get into it. Just a quick overview. You guys always hear my thoughts on these apps and websites, so I'm just going to make it quick. I'm trying to keep it real with you guys. I'm not going to make some long drawn out video. I'm going to look at it from how you guys might look at it, how you guys might use the app. So when you first log in, you're going to see you're going to see Explore, and it's going to be on the All tab, right? And below it, you're going to see Properties. But for the sake of it, you could click on the number of properties that they have listed, and you can see where they are, the price points. You can zoom in, and get a sense of where they are on the map. And you can say, okay, well, this is in Atlanta. In Atlanta, they got something for $8.57 per share, right? Again, you could go as far as zooming back out, or you could click on the tabs, right? Say you want to do up top, they have all these tabs. Say you want to do urban, you want to do countryside, safe areas, places where the best schools are, right? And you click on urban, you're going to see for urban, they have places like New York, a couple multifamilies in New York. But if you notice, when I go back up, if you see that the little icon there in green and the number next to it is basically telling you that I own one share of 1363 Hancock Street, New York, right? Which I personally like all the New York multifamilies. I think they should include more multifamilies. They have a few for GA, for Georgia. I know those usually tend to sell out, but I appreciate the fact that they're adding multifamilies. You know what I'm saying? Most of us want to feel like we are a landlord. And most of the times, especially where I'm located, you see landlords usually have the multifamilies. Not to say that people don't rent out single family homes, but landlords that I've come across, or my own family members, they have multifamily. So this really makes me feel as if I got a multifamily out in New York. You know what I'm saying? So I do own one share. I might possibly get another share, because I believe that was the December payout was a good payout, right? So basically it tells you how many units, the square footage, if it's occupied or not, purchase costs, description. Some of these things I feel like I'm not going to make a long video about because someone else probably already did that, or it's self-explanatory, property features and details. And then it tells you recent updates, rent collected, and tells you, someone paid the rent. But what I like to look at, which is my favorite, is property economics, right? You see that they gave a 25-cent December dividend per share. That was the December dividend. Obviously, we're not in December right now, but it's just to give you some metrics or history, and if you go down, it tells you the rent monthly, breaks down the property tax, insurance, and you guys can go ahead and look at the cash balance and view it on the map, and then you have your documents. This is why I kind of wish they had a website. I mean, it's still all good, but that's just my personal preference, to be able to have an app and a website. But I love the fact that they have multifamily, especially in New York, because I feel like New York there's a lot going on in New York. A lot of big companies. Um, you know, you have Times Square. You have a lot of tourism. So I feel like New York is a good bet. For multifamily or for a building or for rental income. So I kind of appreciate that fact, and I hope they list more multifamilies in New York, and not just New York, but more multifamilies in general. I believe they have a couple in GA as well. But if you scroll down, you will see more urban buildings or more buildings in New York. And then like I was just telling you, we have some in Georgia, and these usually tend to sell out all the time. Like the ones in Georgia, like this one is 65% sold out. And you can see that it's 65% sold out because it's listed under the price. So it's $11.97. And beneath that, it says 65% sold. Right? And I own one share, but maybe I'll get some more. And if you swipe, you can see the different photos of how the property looks. But it's self-explanatory if you go through the different tabs. The countryside tab, a lot of places in GA, and I believe the reason why you're seeing that is just that I want to say the share value. The share value is it's actually going down, right? But just like the stock market, anything else, if you feel or you see potential in that or value in that property, you can go ahead and purchase that property. You probably end up getting it at a discount. A lot of these are already fully sold, but then you have something like this where it's 66% sold for $6.82 per share. I own one share. I might get some more shares. It doesn't hurt to always stack up. Again, you can click on the tabs below. Before we go any further, I'm not afraid to show you my account value. A lot of these people or a lot of these creators on YouTube, they already have a lot of money in there, or they have a lot of money invested, and they're either showing you their portfolio, either to brag, or they just, they know they have money in there. I, on the other hand, I'm taking a more realistic approach from the everyday investor or someone who's living paycheck to paycheck. I'm not living paycheck to paycheck. I'm just saying I'm trying to take that approach to see how well these platforms stack up, and if I can actually build up on a smaller contribution, over time and compound it. Like I said in my last video, if you go back and watch the ARC 7 video, you'll hear the same comments. So basically, if you want to take the journey with me, you can go ahead and do that. All you have to do is rate, comment, and subscribe. Follow along my journey, and we can start this journey together. And as usual, if you ever do decide to sign up, links will be in the description. You know what I'm saying? But when you scroll down, you look at the overview, it does tell you, rent payouts and the percentage, my appreciation or the appreciation on the properties that I've had, and the total gains on the properties that I had. And then you scroll down, it starts to tell you the properties that I have and how many. Like I said, I only have a few shares. These platforms, some of them are fairly new to me or new in general, so I don't put a lot of money in unless I don't have a problem losing that money. You got to treat it like anything else. You got to be cautious, in my opinion. And once again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just showing you a platform or tools that you can use that are at your disposal to generate some income or generate wealth. So fetch that wealth, man. Get that bag. So if you were to click on that last tab, it'll just give you account information, but I don't really want to do that at this particular point in time. But there is something that they say is coming soon when you click on that tab, and that's beneficiaries. And there's another tab, trusted contact, I believe, but I'm more focused on beneficiaries. I think that's awesome. I think that a lot of platforms or a lot of fractional real estate investing platform should offer this. Because what happens to you when, or not what happens to you, but what happens to the money if something happens to you? You know, I think this is good. This is a step in the right direction. So if something happens to you, you know, the money's not just out there somewhere. The government's not just taking it or whatever they're gonna do with it. Whoever's gonna do something with it, and you're not aware of it, or your family. Obviously, you're not gonna be aware of it, but your family's not aware of it. You know, that to me, this gives you the opportunity to dictate who you want to, you know, to be in charge of this account or to get the money from this account in the event that something happens. But like I said, I like the platform. This is just my quick thoughts and review. If you guys have any questions, you know, put them in the comments section. Hit the like button. It helps. It really help me out. And subscribe. If you guys like the content I'm providing, if you like the feed, you know, if you guys want to provide feedback, or if you guys want to see more, subscribe so we can follow. So you can follow along, and or so that you can be a part of this fractional real estate journey with me, and we could take it together and build our small accounts, hopefully into something large. So that's all I got for you guys at the moment. I want to thank you guys, and hopefully you guys will hear from me soon in another video.